Welcome. Let me explain why Rent-A-Center is the real deal.
A friendly face
You can't beat that.
sells a hassle-free option to buying big-ticket items.
See how small your payment is at Rent-A-Center.
But thousands of customers
I felt like my hands were tied behind my back.
lodge complaints that allege the company that promises to care
You can always count on RAC.
instead threatens,
They were gonna have me arrested and press criminal charges.
harasses,
They took it out of control with the phone calls.
and exploits.
I had no idea I was going to sign a contract like this.
A Raycom Media joint investigation with NerdWallet into the country's largest rent-to-own company, Rent-A-Center, has found a loosely regulated industry that preys on the poor. Our review of more than 3,000 complaints filed with the Federal Trade Commission and attorneys general in 15 states detail examples of alleged price gouging and harassment.
I was scared to open the door when people knocked.
Jessica Gonzalez filed a harassment suit.
I was afraid that they'd be waiting for me in the front. I wanted them to stop, and I didn't know how else to do it.
She bought a used bedroom set and a washer at a Miami Rent-A-Center. While working full-time at a law firm, she made on-time payments for a year, but a thyroid condition forced her to cut back on hours and miss some of her $70 weekly Rent-A-Center payments. That's when she says the harassment began.
I'm in bed Saturday morning when you plan to sleep in, wake up late with the kids, maybe watch some TV or cereal.
Instead, a thump on her bedroom window startled her out of a deep sleep.
So they are actually banging on this window right here when you're sleeping in the bed there?
Yes, correct. Yes, and they would even try to see through on the side there. I would
To
see
see
them.
if you were in there?
Yes.
Rent-A-Center showed up at 8 in the morning, ready to collect a $70 payment, just one day late.
And they would bang so hard, I would feel that they were going to break the window.
One weekend morning when the banging started, Jessica rushed to grab her kids. She moved the family to an interior closet.
I just felt really guilty for my children having to go through this.
A 7- and 9-year-old in hiding for nearly an hour.
All of that essentially over being late on a $70 payment?
Yes, correct.
Rent-A-Center's application requires references. It can be a family member or friend who unknowingly could be asked to vouch for the customer.
They will call me daily, every single day.
Jessica listed her longtime friend Joseph, who didn't know he was listed as a reference.
Do you feel like they were harassing you?
Yes, I do. They were really harassing me. I'm trying to work, I'm trying to be with my family, and all they will do is call, and I'll pick up, and they'll be there all mad with an attitude.
While Rent-A-Center tried to collect Jessica's late payment, Joseph endured months of unwanted calls, repeatedly being told to have Jessica pay up.
I didn't miss no payments, but it sure as hell felt like if I was the one, if I was missing payments on something.
Unlike a bank or other creditors, Rent-A-Center is not regulated by the federal government. A military family in California filed this suit against Rent-A-Center, alleging debt collection harassment with an unreasonable frequency of 20 calls a week. The active duty military member said Rent-A-Center threatened to contact his first sergeant to embarrass him and did in fact call. The two sides reached a confidential settlement.
I took them for their word. I thought, okay, well, I've never been to a place where salespeople have lied to me.
Melinda Sandlin needed new bedroom furniture.
I had asked them if I could just pay it up front because I had the cash to pay the whole bedroom set at that time. And they told me, well, if you want to improve your credit, you need to at least make 3 to 4 payments. And then we have the early payment option where you can buy it out after 90 days.
But when she went to pay up,
He told me, well, you can't, you need to make more payments. You need to actually, purchase it.
Melinda filed a complaint with the Texas Attorney General, writing she had paid $3,300 on that $2,900 bedroom set. The company told her she had $8,000 more to go, and the furniture wasn't for sale, but only for rent.
I said, why would I do that? I said, why was I lied to? Why did the salesperson, lie to me? My whole purpose of buying a bedroom set was for purchase and for improving my credit. So I went with that full intention, and the salesperson knew it.
For many, the price of being poor is costly for those who rent.
The furnitures, they're selling it for over 3 times what it's worth, if not 4 times what it's worth. So it's price gouging.
Jessica bought this nightstand, bed, dresser, and mirror. And get this, it was all used, some damaged. The total cost around $4,000.
I think I could have furnished the whole house with $4,700 or so.
Raycom Media and our partners at NerdWallet examined Rent-A-Center prices on 40 products around the country. What we found, massive markups. A refrigerator at an Alabama Rent-A-Center costs $4,200. You can buy the same fridge at Best Buy for $1,700.
Even if the company does what they're supposed to do, it's a huge ripoff.
We found 11 states that limit how much stores can inflate prices, and that regulation makes a difference. Most consumer products are typically more expensive in Hawaii, but a washer-dryer at a Rent-A-Center there is more than $400 cheaper than on the mainland because Hawaii limits prices.
The financial advisor who would be talking to them would tell them to run away. I mean, run. Don't walk out of that store. Get out of there. I mean, this is just a horrible way to do it.
Rent-A-Center operates 2,500 stores across the U.S. For 5 weeks, we asked them for an on-camera interview. They declined. They wouldn't even answer our calls, only email. Rent-A-Center did send our partners at NerdWallet their mission to improve customers' quality of life. Rent-A-Center's own corporate records suggest their business model is based on people missing payments and returning products. They write products typically are rented 3 times before being sold, and only 25% of first-time rental agreements end with customers owning the property. Those return items go back on the sales floor. We found a used washer in a New Orleans area Rent-A-Center just $80 cheaper than the new one online.
They just said for me to return my property then, and then I would tell them I paid over, X amount, $2,000, $3,000 already. I'm planning to keep my property, just bear with me. I want to bring my account up to date, and I will, and I would give them a date as to when I can satisfy the debts. And they weren't having it. They just wanted to come pick up the property by any means.
A company that claimed to be looking out for her
You deserve the best. And that's the real deal.
turned her away from rent to own.
The embarrassment that we went through, the fear that we went through, the harassment, it felt like stalking. We did not deserve that for it being late $70.
In response to our story, Rent-A-Center wrote, "Our mission is to improve our customers' quality of life, providing access to durable goods for cash and credit-constrained consumers, and serving as a welcome hand up amid a sea of thumbs down."